Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? Today should be a lot of fun because I'm playing a deck that's jund artifacts. And it seems like several creators kind of have their own spin on this. It's been popping up all over the place, so I figured I'd build one and give it a go. So let's go see what we're messing with today. That's going to put us starting with Voldaren Epicure. This is kind of a simple, easy deals a point, makes an artifact, checking the box, right? I will say though, we are also going to play Teething Wormlet. Just with so many things making artifacts, this just makes sense. It can grow, it can gain us life, checks a few different boxes here. Couple of copies of Bitter Triumph, mostly because this can destroy an artifact, or I mean a creature or a planeswalker. Sorry, everything else cares about artifacts. And then we're also going to be playing Blood Tithe Harvester. This is a cool card that we see in a lot of different decks, but being able to kill something or allowing us to draw cards is also kind of nice. Of course, with all these artifacts, there's going to be some Oni Cult Anvil, no real surprise there. And we're going to be playing a couple of copies of Braids, a Risen Knight. With so many artifacts, a lot of times your opponent won't have artifacts out, or no more than one. So then you can start just sacrificing yours to get some extra cards and cost your opponent some life loss, which is nice. Sentinel of the Nameless Race is going to be making an artifact every turn, which is nice, or allowing us to pump creatures. Either way, should work for us. Now, a fun one we're going to try is Mokatai Soulripper. I've seen this make the cut in a few different lists, and it actually makes a lot of sense because of the fact that you can sacrifice artifacts or creatures to trigger it, and it actually is just a really strong body, right? It's a 4/3 that gets larger and gains menace, so why not? It seems to work for what we're doing. We're also going to play a copy of Glissa Sunslayer, just because the card's good and we're in those colors. But these are going to be the key cards we're playing with today. As always, if you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video, or you can go to the description down below. You can just download it and you go play with it, or you can see other sweet decks we have over on our Moxfield link. For now, though, let's go see if this Jund Artifacts deck is really all it's hyped up to be. If you want to buy any cards for today's deck or any other game stuff, remember to go to CoolStuffInc.com. You can use code DRAGON. That'll save you 5% at checkout. And Cool Stuff Inc. always has cool stuff in stock. Alright, we'll keep this. If it's not against a creature deck, though, this is probably not going to be a good hand. But I'm willing to risk it. Didn't want to draw another Wormlet there, though. Especially with no other artifacts in hand. It was pretty rough. I think we just want to outright kill a Bramble Familiar. And just make our life easy. Slow the opponent down so nothing crazy happens. We do have 3 removal cards, so we don't have to be in a huge hurry here. Alright, so they kept that hand because they had a bunch of Bramble Familiars. Sounds good. So this feels like they kept a hand so they could try to play a 3rd land and then play something 4 mana here. Oh, is this just another version of the Reanimator deck? Yep, that's exactly what it is. Alright, I guess we're going to have to hold on to this Boseiju for a minute. That's rough. But, things are what they are. We'll attack. What does that thing cost? 8? And they already have 6 in the yard. They're going to get to mill. Yeah, so if they have it in hand, there's not going to be anything we could do about it here. Unless we just kill this now. And then that still puts them at 7, so they'd be 1 away from doing that. Alright, they just get it. If they already have it in hand, they have it in hand. Not a lot we can do. Oh, no, they went straight to mill, so they just get to play that. Okay. So they're actually taking a thing out of their yard. Alright, so that's not as bad as I thought. I thought they still had a mill turn for some reason. I didn't realize they had read ahead and just went straight to chapter 2. Come on, deck. We gotta find something here. You know what? That's better than nothing. Alright. You only actually have... because this is permanents in the yard, right? So 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, actually. Alright, so let's go with this. They are playing Fading Hopes, though. As much as I would have liked to steal some of their cards. Yeah, exactly. I was trying to set up a situation to get some treasure. Playing counters as well? Maybe I should have played my Beseiju. The double. That's unfortunate. Fortunately, I say that, but fortunately we can kill theirs. Not what I thought we were going to be using this on, but hey, we do what we got to do. Tough times, right? Alright, we at least finally get to speed up the clock somewhat. Okay, that's a thing. We try to attack? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play this. So now we can at least get them low enough that there are multiple ways to potentially kill them. Yeah, we go ahead, put them at 3. And now I'm not going to worry about destroying a thing, because now that they're low enough, if I can just top deck a land, untap land, we can attack with the cottage too. And we can steal some of their cards with the dragon, so we've got a few bases covered here. They do have 6 mana. Yeah, I think we see, even if they copy this, we don't really care. Oh, they're not. And we got a Jace of theirs, and a oh, they had some good stuff. Good stuff, opponent. Don't know what the opponent's working plan here is, but we're going to attack. Okay, it's a win. We'll take it. I feel like these games, they either hit what they get, everything goes into the graveyard, and then they get the Squirming Emergence early, and cool, you either have an answer or you don't to the Squirming Emergence, and the game's over on the spot, right? Or stuff like this happens where they do a whole bunch of things, but then nothing happens. And this one was obviously trying to be creative and doing a few other things with Bramble Familiar and Sea Double, which aren't in some of the other lists, but yeah, I'm just curious if there's something better out there. This obviously wasn't just a straight up Reanimator though, because they don't even have black. So I don't even know if they were trying to Squirming Emergence, they didn't get the black mana, or I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what the opponent's deck was actually doing here. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess we keep this. I mean, it's not flashy by any means, but I guess it's fine. Oh, that's not helping at all. We're going to go ahead and play this, because there are some situations where maybe we could get like an Epicure, sack the thing to Soulripper, attack. This makes a token. Or we can just keep drawing lands. That's the other option, apparently. Ugh, gross. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and play this just in case we find something else that makes an artifact. We can do a little something. But as is, this hand's going nowhere. You know what's really bad? I don't have any green mana. Oh yeah, sure, you can take my Bitter Triumph. Like, I don't have any green mana, and I'm probably going to end up drawing the Wormling here, or Wormlet. And that's going to be the worst card we could probably draw. Though, to be honest, at this point, I might also just play Soulripper, sack it to the other Soulripper. I mean, I don't really want to, but I mean, at some point, we have to consider moving the game forward, you know? Oh, I can't even crew it, though. I have to have something to start it. I guess I'll have to sack this other one. Yeah, sure. I mean, might as well make something happen. Like, this is just a bad situation to be in. This is not good. Sure. Feel free to cut down. Like, we can live with that, I guess. I mean, it does keep us from reusing our own Occult Anvil till we find something else. All right, let's see if we can stop their shenanigans. They'll probably just counter this if they have it. Oh, Mastermind. Okay, well, that's not terrible. I mean, not what I would call great for us, but definitely not terrible. Why don't I even have a creature land here? Like, almost anything would be good. Yeah, I guess we just kill that. Their hand might just be removal, honestly. Yeah, pass the turn. Even better if their removal happens to be Go for the Throats, because we do have a lot of artifacts. Alright, another Anvil, which got through very easily. That's concerning. So no counters, or at least no non-creature counters. That looks like they might be flashing in something. This is... Alright, this at least makes them use a removal. Oh, they're just going to straight up play an Urtai. Okay. I would love to be able to draw a card here. Non-land, please. Something we can cast. Oh, and there's the Wormlet. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, we're going to have to take some damage here. The funny thing is, if we can just get one thing that makes an artifact, like, we'll be trucking. But until then, we kind of just got to take our time. All right, here we go. Gonna kill our Epicure. Sure, there's a Go for the Throat. Kind of want to use this to draw, but I also don't want to give up my Wormlet under the conditions. So I'm going to go ahead. Actually, yeah, we'll sack this. Here comes a cut down. Yep. Their hand was just removal. They were just waiting for opportunity. It was all. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, I guess I could have gained the life sacking the one they targeted. That would have been a thing, but it's alright. Yeah, no blocks. This is kind of the opportunity we've been waiting for all this time. They can counter it or whatever. We don't really care. Nope, it's another Go for the Throat. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and sack this. And then we'll do this. And attack. I don't think I even want to sack. Maybe I do. Yeah, let's just get our damage in while we can. Opponent's hand's empty. This is a race we're definitely winning, so might as well. All right, you got it. Get to explore here. Make this appear, sure. like I'm down. Are we led to believe here that the opponent's plan is to have a Go for the Throat here? Maybe something to kill this. Let's see. Let's find out. Oh, Tidebinder. Yeah, that's fine. What else? Like, that's not gonna end our life. We're okay with that. Let's go ahead and sack one of these then. Alright, so now we got plenty of life gain. We have a Death Toucher. We can eventually start attacking for a bunch against the opponent. Sure. You got it, fam. I am not even going to block, actually. Yep, I was going to say, I'm not blocking. Okay. No red mana makes this very hard to keep. We have to mulligan this. keep this. Get rid of you, I suppose. I feel like we just played this matchup. But we'll see. Alright. Spyglass Siren, do your thing. Yep, we're going to need some removal for a Shieldred. That's good to know. Opponent also chose not to attack there. Not going to lie, I'm not too mad about that. We're going to go ahead and get this life gain, life loss situation started. No attacks. Alright, Preacher, you got it. Well, it looks like our plans for the turn are largely made here. We can play this, then we can shoot the Preacher, sacking our other thing. Yeah, alright. Seems fine. Shoot the Preacher. I don't want to get... yeah, we'll go ahead and sack this. I think I need the blood tokens for future considerations. In the turn. Especially knowing that this is a Shieldred turn. Like, if I find a removal spell here, that's fine. Or another burn spell, I can give Shieldred minus and whatever, so... there are opportunities here, if I can find them. But there's also the possibility that we won't find them. And that's a thing, too. Might as well do this. Alright. I guess I could have got rid of the map token. That would have probably been smarter there. Oh, interesting. Okay. Not really that upset by that. Alright, Preacher, you doth have. Intriguing. That's an interesting option here. So we can go with this. It's going to get countered. Oh, we want to cut down that. Okay, that's fine. And then we just do this here. And it makes 2 more bodies. Voltage Surge helps. I mean, it at least kills the Preacher, I suppose, or the Flyer, whichever we think is a problem, right? Do we attack just to have them trade there? Seems a little silly, but probably also correct. I just don't see how we get ahead is the problem. So I think we just go ahead and do it. Yeah, it's like one of those things that it's not really great, but it does keep them from gaining extra life and whatnot under the circumstance. In the turn. I was gonna say, I ain't mad if Shieldred's staying home. like that's a good situation for us. Alright. We'll block. Sack it. Unless we play a Tidebinder. Nope. Alright. That's something. Kaito. Alright, so we're gonna have to deal with that problem.
I could sneak right by, but
this is just a series of issues we have to resolve. And the worst part is I know what's on top of our library, too. So even if we get out of this, it's gonna be a very long road. I could also try to save this to kill Kaito, maybe. Oh, gosh. Alright, try this. Okay, hey, go for the throat. That's something. Okay, so we attack. In the turn? I mean, we have so much work to do. This is a long way from getting where we want to go. And we don't even know if they just possibly have another Shieldred, right? Like, that's the other thing. So there's a lot to figure out here. We also need to see if they attack first, because they know we have a Voltage Surge. So do they put Shieldred at risk? Okay. And we'll just let this deal damage this time. And we'll see. Alright, we'll try. They probably have a counter, but, you know. Nope. Okay, then is it just another Shieldred?
Now, what do we have here?
Okay. We are going to gain a point right now, just in case. With the help of our Onicult Anvils. How sick would it be if they milled us for some number of cards? That would get us so bad right now. that would make my heart sad, not gonna lie. Alright, we draw. Like, we knew that was an issue. Go ahead and kill Shieldred. We know nothing in our hand. Well, we have nothing in hand. We don't know what they have, obviously. Do I want to sack that to draw? Nah, we just go ahead. That's fine.
I feel bad for your mentor if that's your attack.
And then we're at 3. I think we just let that ride. Hopefully we don't die here. I mean, we can gain 2 in a pinch if we absolutely have to. Oh, that sucks. They're going to get 2 cards here? Oh, that's brutal. Alright. We go to 1. Yep. This is going to be tough. We had such a slow start here.
I know something you don't know.
Preacher might be beginning of the end. We'll see. Do we need to gain a life here? Probably while they're tapped out. Wormlet? I mean, alright, you'll get us some life. I don't know if that's going to do much. I mean, trying to deal with 2 cards a turn is going to be brutal. Pass the turn. I mean, I guess it's still a chump blocker. It has Death Touch. Can take something out. But they're really just going to keep attacking with the Siren. That's the issue here. And get a Shieldred. So now they're gaining even more life. Yep. Much as I don't want to, we want the life gain from this. I mean, we kind of have to make these blocks. Tough, but not a lot we can do there. Alright, I think we're just going to fall behind on cards here, honestly. Yeah, this one I'm just going to give to the opponent, y'all. Even if I think we could have a path, it would be way too difficult at this point. I can't see a way we're getting out of this. Yeah. Because now we really need 2 removal cards, and we have access to 1 card. Yeah, that's just not enough here. It keeps us in the game, but, I mean, really, we're not doing much. I mean, even here, we go up to 3, we go to 1, we can gain another one, or 4, take 2, gain 1. Yeah, alright. Opponent can have this one. They earned it. Okay, I'm going to keep this. Yeah, added some Decadent Dragons in, because I wanted just a little bit of extra firepower, something a little bigger to fight with. And it's not a bad card, letting us get extra card from the opponent's hand and stuff. Or deck, I should say. Now, the interesting thing here is if this is just soldiers, we theoretically could gain enough life that them getting the big hits won't be so scary. Veteran, alright? Yeah, I think our plan here is just kill Siege Veteran, right? Yeah, no blocks. I think that's all we're doing next turn. Ooh. Well. Thought I knew what I was going to do. Until I picked up that Restless Cottage. So if we do this turn, then if we're going to do that, might as well just Glissa this turn, right? Alright. I'm going to do this instead. Gain us some life. Kill this, because that's going to be a nuisance otherwise. And then pass the turn. So now, even if they have like a Brutal Cathar or something, we can still get a block in with the Soulripper. Potentially still play Glissa next turn into something, and we'll just see what happens. Yeah, makes sense. Alright. And then maybe, just maybe, Glissa can rescue a thing. That would be nice. But also depends on how many of them their ossifications the opponent has, because they didn't play creatures here, which is kind of a big deal. Looks like they're going to flash in another, though. Zephyr Sentinel, sure. Bounce the reinforcements to make more bodies. Sounds good. And this is where they can set up a big turn coming over the top if we don't find a removal card. Attacking with Harbin next turn. Alright, you got bodies. Our turn. Did not find the removal we were hoping for. Very discouraging. Well, I guess minimum we're still going to attack. We can play 2 things this turn anyway. Oh, opponent. No, you got to block with more than that. Alright, well, good news. We know we're not getting attacked with a Harbin next turn. That would have been a bunch of damage. End the turn. And then we can try to play Dragon next turn. Sure. Does that get counters? It doesn't. It just is bigger. Fair. 5 in the air. That does hurt. But their hand is empty, and we can just put a dragon in the way now. Well, we don't even have to put a dragon in the way. That's cute. Let's crack this. Yeah, put that here. Hopefully hit a spell. We did a great spell at that. And we'll attack. Opponent, do we? Okay. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe, yeah, they just said oops. I don't think they realized what was happening. I'm going to go ahead and just grab cards from them here. I can do that at instant speed anyway. Let's go ahead and just kill their big guy up top. Let's get rid of that. Because things on the ground they're not attacking with because they don't want to give up their bonuses. Okay. It only gives a bonus for a turn. I mean, I guess technically if we kill one, you can play it out of the yard next turn. But fine. Like, they also know what's on top of our library. Yeah, we had the bases covered there. Alright, let's keep it. There's a few things, depending on what we're up against, that this could be okay. Alright, we start with this then. Get us a blood token and pass. Alright, that's deader than a doornail, as they say. Let's... I think I'm going to go ahead and play this. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, I must have accidentally clicked the pass. Oh, no. I meant to make a 1-1 there. That's terrible. That is absolutely awful. Oh, well. I guess now we are in the phase of play this. Back the blood token. I mean, obviously they'll have a removal for our wormlet, but that's okay. Oh, they do not have a removal for our wormlets. Interesting. I would have almost bet any amount of money they would have. Alright, let's go ahead and gain some life back real quick. Alright, pass the turn. They get to make a 1-1 since we have more life. And I don't really want to trade my wormlet here just yet, even though this is harder for them to kill. We got another one? Ah, they have a Glissa. Now that is going to be a real problem. Fortunately, we can like block sack or whatever for a while if we need to, but like the best thing we've got going. Just trying to think what we can get to cast with this, but wow, we didn't have a lot of choices, did we? I guess we just take a Blood Tithe Harvester. That's tough. Alright. We're just gonna have to give the opponent a card here, I think. No attacks. Alright, that comes in tap, so no Shieldred concerns this turn. No blocks. And another Preacher. Gosh, dang it. Like, they drew so hot. Like, jeez. Alright. Good news is we're not going to lose a bunch of life here or anything, so that's whatever. Pass the turn. Is Shieldred time? It is Shieldred time. Who knew? Interesting. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll just take it one time. See what else we find off the top first before we commit to anything. Okay, another Wormlet. That is an intriguing situation. So, we can kill off Preacher and Glissa here if we want to. One has 5 mana, so they're getting close to being able to play Virtue. Alright, I guess we do it. I mean, just hope they don't have another Glissa. This is the 3rd Preacher we will have killed. Alright. What you got? Okay. I mean, might as well. You got another one? They do. Okay. Fair is fair. Soulripper. An intriguing option. Just trying to think if we wanted to try to dig further here, but I don't think we do. I think we just play this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this. That's the turn. Part of me just feels like we just let Shieldred come through on this turn. At some point, just try to race. Oh, now they're gonna have life from their land. And they're one away from casting Virtue. So it could be other Preachers, Shieldreds, whatever to deal with. Yeah, this is gonna get ugly. And a Liliana. Alright.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch.
And they're just making us discard. They're not even making us sacrifice anything. Ooh. Okay. Sure, we're gonna lose some life to Shieldred here. Because we're just digging. Yep. I mean, we have so much life, we don't really care here. That does nothing. Wow, this was not a good exchange for us. That was really, really bad. Honestly. Almost as bad as it could have been. That's rough. I mean, the good news is we can kill a Virtue of Persistence now. Not anymore. They're making us discard. Alright.
You won't be outsmarting me.
So it's not a land, because I'm definitely pretty sure they would have land slammed the Virtue here. Oh my gosh, deck, really? Is this seriously what we're doing? Alright, well, if that's the case, then here we are. I mean, what else are we going to do? I mean, they can block with their land, they can block with Shieldred. Like, we drew literally 4 lands in a row. I mean, we dug as far as we could and just couldn't make it happen. Okay. I mean, this is what we got. Well, it's got to start somewhere. I mean, they could double minus Liliana. That would be bad for us, too. Like, Liliana into Liliana. Alright, that'll probably end the game. Alright, GG's. They got us. Because now they're eventually just going to be able to minus Liliana, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do about it. Ooh, no green mana, though, huh? Alright, I'm going to keep anyway. See if we can find some. If not, we'll just have to cry ourselves to sleep. And even then, now, if we get it, we're probably not playing it till turn 3 anyway, which we did find some, but we're going to go with this. Because now we get the choice of playing Wormlet into Anvil or just playing Glissa, which looks like playing Glissa is going to be the answer, because they're just doing Reanimator shenanigans. So, crap. I really wish we could hold on to this, honestly. But I don't think we can afford to as things stand, so here we go. Alright, it's going to put 6 permanents in their yard. Nothing super scary there, though, fortunately. I will say, though, if anybody has a good Reanimator build, hit me up in the Discord, or at least the Sultai Reanimator build, because I feel like there's so many versions we've seen like this, and none of them seem to be very impressive. Like, they seem to often just die to themselves. Yeah, it's like here, they're just trying to cycle to get to the next biggest thing. I'm assuming they have another Squirming Emergence already in their hand. They did at least get one reasonable body with the souls I lost, but we have a Bitter Triumph now, so meh. Alright, so these are both on 2. And they can cast something from their yard, but do they have anything? I mean, I guess they could recast Otherworldly whatever. Alright, so let's try this. Mostly so if they do get the thing with, let's just attack both. I can say, if they get destroy the enchantments, the artifact Phyrexian portal or whatever, we could at least keep enough creatures to function. I mean, fill the yard again, I guess. I mean, they're only at 10, though, so even if they were to reanimate something, we might still be able to pull this off. Because we're attacking for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then Braids or Oni Cult Anvil if they don't have a counter or something. And usually they don't. Yeah, the best thing they could do, now they have 2 Souls of the Lost. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Like, seriously, this didn't even feel like a great draw. We gambled on what our keep was. And, again, the deck sort of did what it wanted to do. Filled up its graveyard. They got multiple Foundries off. They milled stuff into the yard twice. And even reanimated a thing, and that was the game, right? And I feel like that happens a lot when I play that. So if somebody does have a good version, I would love to see it, honestly. Because I've even goofed around with some several times on my own, and I just can't make one even come close to being consistent. Okay, we're keeping. This is more than reasonable. And this doesn't even feel too bad, because if the first Wormlet dies, we do have a reasonable backup one, so this is fine. Ellis. Okay, we don't like Ellis. So I think we're just going to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and just kill this before they get started on all their life gain shenanigans. Alright, and we'll just hope we draw something good now. Keep Cavern Bat. You do get a Wormlet, I guess. I mean, like, that's a thing. Yeah, we're just gonna attack with everybody. Kinda don't care that you have a bat here. Play that. Alright. So now if we get an untapped land, we can attack with our creature land. We can search for something if the right cards come up. Amalia, sure. Amalia can go to bat now. Can fight some things. Ooh, where does that leave us? We play this. For sure. We can kill Amalia. Yeah, I think we do that. We'll pay the 3 life. We don't care. And then we can double attack. I'm assuming you're blocking the 4. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I would. But, like... Alright. Then we crack this. Alright. And we actually don't care if they sacrifice their Deep Cavern Bat here, because we'll get a creature back, which would be pretty nice. Get back a Wormlet. Ooh, Voice of the Blessed, though. Okay. That does something. Oh, okay, I lied. It only kind of does something. Resolve. We will... At this point, are we sacking this? Yeah, I guess so. We attack, they block one of these. Yeah, I guess we're just attacking with this. I was thinking we might do something else, but nah. Alright. So now they can still sacrifice creature, gain 2, drain us for 2. Gain 1 if they want to sack the bat. Okay. They go to 5. Ooh, Soulripper. You're good for next turn. Not so good for now, but that's also okay. Yeah, I guess we're just attacking, right? You gotta block. I mean, because you know we can drain you for 1, so that wouldn't work. Back one of these. Put the opponent to 5. In the turn. I was gonna say, apparently they have all live cards because they haven't been dropping land till this turn. So they can still play something and then sacrifice that to the Rite of Oblivion as well. Ooh, Virtue. Okay, that does put them at 7. I mean, the problem they have now, though, is maybe you get rid of Soulripper. But then if we top deck a land, they're still dead. Or an untapped land. Yeah, this is a tough spot if I'm in the opponent's shoes. I don't know what... I mean, not knowing that last card either, but... I assume it's not something they can cast and sacrifice here. But I was just thinking, like, you sack the bat, you go to 9. I would say, exactly, get rid of Soulripper, because you can't block that. And then if you have to... Okay, well, this comes into play tap. So now they know that's set up for next turn. Alright, so now we're just going to attack. And we'll just sack the one they're blocking. Alright, they're at 2. I don't think we're going to lose. Even if they have a sweeper here, then we get to start attacking with the 4/4. That gains some life, but I don't think that's enough since everything else they have is sorcery speed. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, so after making adjustments throughout the video, here's where we ended up settling. We played 4 Voldaren Epicure, 3 Voltage Surge, 4 Teething Wormlet, 2 Bitter Triumph, 2 Go for the Throat, 4 Soulripper, 4 Harvester, 4 Oni Cult Anvil, 2 Braids, 3 Sentinel of the Nameless Race, 2 Glissa, 2 Decadent Dragon, a Swamp, Takenuma, Mountains, Kinzen, a little bit of everything for the different lands. But there are a couple of points I do want to talk about on this one. So first thing is, this probably, as much as I liked having the dragon, I didn't really feel like it was the card we even needed in the end. We probably just needed to just be Shieldred, right? There's a lot of times just get your opponent low enough that Shieldred for 2 turns dealing 4 damage or 6 damage or whatever is just going to be enough. And maybe that's just the answer. Like, it's kind of unfortunate that you say, oh, we should just play Shieldred, but you probably should. As far as the overall quality of the deck, like, it's fine, it's fun, but I don't know if I like it any more than I do any of the other Jund builds that we've played this season, honestly. I feel like this has some struggles where, like, if your opponent gets out early, you're just playing a long, grindy game from behind all the time. That if you're into that, cool. But some of the losses were just like, we got behind, or, like, we didn't have a good way to get extra cards, or... You know, we don't have any planeswalkers to have recursive abilities. I mean, the only thing you really have going for you at that point is like a Glissa if it sticks, and maybe the double Oni Cult Anvil, right? But if you don't hit those types of situations, not great. So yeah, this one's fun, and you know, if you just want to play it in the play queue, I'd play it, but this isn't something I'd probably take on the ladder to try to rank up with, honestly. Other people may have more luck with it. For me, I just didn't enjoy it as much as the other Jund decks that we played on the channel. But that being said, there's probably a different build I could go with and probably have more fun with. So we'll see if we come back around to this one. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Manglehorn. This is a card a bunch of you probably don't even pay attention to, and I don't blame you. But it is a pretty useful card, actually, and I've seen it come up a few times in Commander and actually do some work, because one, it comes into play and destroys an artifact, which is great, but then your opponent's artifacts, I believe, come into play tapped. And on top of that, this card is like sneaky little value, right? It's only an uncommon, but it still goes for about 75 cents. So while this is bulk-ish, a lot of times you'll see these on buy lists for like 25 cents, 35 cents, just so stores can keep them in stock because people are picking these up for Commander. But I will say, if you do want some quirky decks that are still aggressive and fun, we actually played an O'Hare Paddock deck that doesn't look the way you think, and it was a bit aggressive and really cool, so check that out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.